Morning guys, how are we doing? It's not St John's. The plan was to get to St John's this weekend, 3 nights, till Monday. We're fishing and with a mate Rob, but typical linear fashion, B1's closed, B2's closed, Swift's Hardwick's closed. So we thought, what's the point of going all the way up there to Oxford on a Friday morning and trying to squeeze in on St John's? I think it'd be impossible. There'll be no swims left. So change of plan, because I'm fishing with a good friend Rob, who's a cat fisherman. We've come local. We come to Albans Lakes again, but the farm lake this time. It's got a big head of cats in here, and some nice carp as well. So it was second choice, but we're here. We're managed to get on. Got a nice little double swim right at the end by the island, and we've got plenty of water to fish for. He's decided to go on the right swim, so he's got margins there, and I've got the island swim. So to my left, already seen some fish show, which is a good sign. So it's what now? It's about 6:30 Friday morning. We're here till mid-Monday morning. So yeah, looking forward to this. Yeah, as I said, it's not St John's, but we'll make the most of it. So once it gets sorted, packed up, set up, sorry, I'll get back to you in a bit. Cheers guys. Right guys, first fish the session, an angry common, a 20-pound mark, nice long fish, still got lots of life left in her. Let's try and get her up. There we go. There we go, nice long, lovely, good condition common, about 20 pounds. I said still lively. That was on the bags again, it's doing the trick. I'd say it's been out there 15 minutes, something like that. It's a good start to the session, very good start to the session. What I do, oh, I said it's very lively. Get her back straight away. All right. All 3 rods out. We just had that first carp, common, 20 pounds. All on bags again this session. I'm fishing with a good friend Rob, and we got a double swim right at the end of the farm lake. He's a cat fisherman, probably the best fisherman I know. So hopefully he'll get a few cats on the bank for us to see. That'd be good to see. They do go to 80, something like that, 70, 80 in here. But yeah, 3 bags out at the moment at the one fish. So there's plenty of fish in front. We keep seeing fish topping. We've got sun's out now. A nice breeze coming up to our end as well. So yeah, looking good conditions. So it's looking promising. So as I said, one already, no blank. So I'll give you an update in a bit. Just going to finish putting everything away in the house, and then I'll show you what I'm doing and where I'm fishing. Speak to you in a bit. 3 bream in a row. The first one was about a pound, the other 2 about 3 pounds. So after that first carp, we've had 3 bream. Looks like they're attracted to the pellet in the bag. I'm hoping I'm not going to get pestered. I've only had them on the dumbbell wafters, so if I keep getting pestered by bream, I will change over to the 18mm boilies in the bag, see if that works. If not, maybe have to be a change of plan. Maybe just have to go over a bed of boilies, something like that. Put a snowman on, fish over a bed of boilies, or maybe even a snowman in the bag, something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. But as I said, we've had the one, which was, as I said, 15 minutes. The bag was only out there 15 minutes, something like that. So it was a good start, and unfortunately 3 bream now. But I'll let you know what I do. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't get pestered by bream. Looks like Rob's got his one of his cat rods out, and a big bunch of worms on some weird dumbbell floaty contraption thing. It all looks pretty mechanical, but hopefully he'll get a big one on the bank. We can show you that. That'd be good. So yeah, I'll update you in a bit, guys, with if I get anything. Hopefully another carp and not a bream. So speak to you in a bit. Okay, this is my swim number 1. You see to the island here, just there. So my water's just from halfway from this island to about there, to the cross, and there's a gap in the island, and that's my distance. It's not far. I'd say it's something like 20 wraps, something like that. But because we got another guy over that way, and he that's his water casting across. And there's Rob's swim there. He's got a nice margin spot. Oh, and there we go. Another. They're showing out there. They're not the biggest fish, but they're showing. So basically, I've got at the moment, there seems to be a lot of fish showing here. So I've got 2 bags there and 1 by the island here. So that's roughly where I'm going. 3 bags again. You see the slick out there from the tiger nut oil. But yeah, lovely day, good carpy conditions, sun's warm, so hopefully we'll get a few more carp on the bank. Oh, that reminds me. Got some bacon in the cool box. Okay, 1:30. I've had a couple more bream. I've got to be dealing with them there. A couple of pound, that sort of stuff, that sort of size. I've added, I was using the wafter dumbbells, the Secret 7s. Now added a pink dumbbell wafter to that as well, so just to make the hook bait a bit bigger. He seems to have done the job. I've not had any bream since, so that's good. But it seems to have gone, there's no shows anymore. At least there was lots of shows earlier. Lots of scamps, smaller stuff jumping out, showing themselves, but not even seeing that now. So it looks very dead. Oh, saying that, one's just come out, but a lot further over to where I'm fishing. I'm going to try and move one bag. There's closer to the island down here. I've had nothing on the island rods, not even any bream, so it seems to be out in the open water. As I said, I'll redo my left-hand rod and put that right close into the island here, see if we get any joy there. But yeah, it seems to, it's that sort of midday, that lull in the fishing and fish action. It's still nice weather, sun's shining. There's still a bit of a wind, swirling wind. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get something. Rob's not had anything. He's just looking for spots at the moment. He's got a couple of his contraptions out on worms after the catfish. So yeah, I'll speak to you soon, hopefully with a fish. Okay. What a beautiful day. Beautiful sunshine, blue sky. I think the fish are enjoying the sunshine as well, because they're not biting. They've disappeared, they've gone. Not even getting any bream. It's now about 4:15, so hopefully the evening, as the sun goes down, the fish will start moving back in again, and we'll start catching some more. But yeah, probably make some dinner soon tonight. Got steak again with some potato doodahs, so I'll show you a bit of foodie bits later on then. See you in a bit. Right, what is the time? I don't know, actually. It's got to be about coming to 5:30, I think. 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. Wind's died down. It's very still out there now. I haven't really seen any fish showing for most of the day, to be honest. It seems to have gone very quiet up this end. Hopefully they'll all move in this evening during the night. So we put some dinner on. We've got steak again this time. This fillet steak again, and it's not the taste of difference nice one. It's the cheaper ones. We'll see how it goes, and it's with crispy potatoes. Look at this. Not bad. Forgot the veg, so and then the sauce, but it will do. And beer on the bank this week. Non-alcoholic beer on the bank is a Lucky Saint. It's an IPA. Is it IPA? No, it's a Pilsner. It's a German Pilsner. And you know what? It's very, very nice. I'm going to give that an 7 out of 10. But very nice. Very nice. So I'm just going to sit down, eat my dinner, and hopefully we'll have something this evening. Would be nice, because we literally cast out 15 minutes, had a fish, and then nothing for the rest of the day. So it's a bit of an anti-climax this morning. But anyway, we'll plod on. Put bigger baits in the bags as well, just to keep the bream away. Got one over by the island now, 2 out in the water there, out in the mid-water. Yeah, I'm going to eat my dinner, and I'll give you an update later. Speak to you later. Good morning. 5:30, Saturday morning. Nothing to report. Very quiet. I've had nothing. Rob's had nothing. hear anything else go off during the night. No other alarms. We're both tired yesterday, so I think we're both in bed by 9. So we've had a good sleep. Weather app says 14 degrees, but it feels colder. It's very damp. There's a dew about, very wet, but no wind, nothing. It's very, very still. It's like a sheet of glass, the lake. There's not a ripple on it. I haven't seen anything, haven't heard anything crash, haven't seen anything crash this morning. So I think it's going to be a struggle. Not the best fishing conditions. I'm just going to redo the bags for bite time, but I got here, what time did I get here? 6 o'clock yesterday, and the fish was showing. A lot of fish was showing out here, and the wind was blowing in this corner as well, but completely different conditions this morning, and I'm not seeing anything show. I've been up half hour, made a cup of tea, and there's nothing. That is a dodo. So there was talk yesterday, me and Rob swapping swims, and I fish the out of bounds area, because a friend of his did mention that the cats like to patrol the island, and to put some live baits around the island. So plan maybe that today, doing that, but it looks like it's void of fish here at the moment. The whole lake actually looks dead. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we might get a bit of wind, put a bit of chop on the water, a bit of oxygen in there, and the fish might start waking up. Right, I'll get back to you a bit later. As I said, I'm just going to redo all 3 bags. Maybe a fresh bag out there this morning might bring us a fish, but we'll see. Okay, speak to you in a bit. Right, 9 o'clock Saturday morning, and what a difference a day makes. Nothing. Dead calm, high pressure, sun shining. Wasn't supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be cloudy today, overcast. You can see behind me there, not a ripple on there. Still as anything, lifeless, nothing showing, nothing topping. Mate Rob put some munger out last night, some hemp cockles, that sort of stuff. Over in his corner, there's a bit of fizzing over there, but apart from that, it's lifeless. No bream, not even any bream. We've got a rod there, trying to catch some little live baits for his catfish. Nothing either, nothing at all. It's lifeless. It's dead. As I said, high pressure now, and no wind. I can't even see any fish there, so I'm not sure whether they must be all down the other ends. I don't know, but so we decided to treat ourselves, make ourselves some nice breakfast, and we gone for the usual bacon and eggs. Beautiful, look at that. Let's just get that picture. There we go. On white babs this time instead of the crusty rolls. So yeah, I think it's going to be a struggle today. Hopefully it would change tomorrow, but we'll see. Nothing during the night. So yeah, I think we can struggle. It could be a sunbathing again today. But if anything happens, I'll let you know. But at the moment, yeah, I can't see anything happening. Okay, speak to you in a bit. Right, okay. Show you what's in my my bag mix. Basically, I've got loads and loads of different micro pellets, all 2mm micro pellets. There's some corn in there, there's some halibut pellet, there's some dynamite pellets, all different dynamite pellets. I think there's about 6 or 7 different pellets in there. There's also some rock salt I put in there, and also I then put in some, it's Optibait's primer powder. It's not sure the actual ingredients, but it's a sort of fishy, a tropical fish food smell to it, and I pour that into the bucket as well. So it's all mixed around, and every few days as well, to give it some more attraction, add some tiger nut oil, and some salmon oil. Just a little bits in there. And I put the lid on. Give it a shake about. And then that gets soaked in to the pellets. It gives them a coating. Like I said, some of these pellets have been soaking in the oil for weeks, so it gives it that little bit more attraction, as well as just putting oil in your bags. The oil sits in the pellets and on the pellets for a lot longer, and it just gives you that extra attraction. So that's what I put in my bags. Give it a try. Well, still no change. Look at that. Swans are lively, that's about it, but the fish aren't. The wind's picking up a bit, but it's changed direction. It's now going down to the far end of the lake. We heard just spoke to bailiff, a 70-pound catfish come out on orange pop-up down the bottom end, but nothing here. So what we'll do while nothing's happening, we'll take you on a journey into the world of the cat fisherman, where everything is big. So let me just take you over here first. Just gonna come over here, and if I lift this up, look at the size of that net. It's a monster. I could fit in there. Everything's big. Everything is big. Look at the chair, size of the chair. It's big. Everything in catfishing has to be big. Even the cat fishermen are big. Say hello, Rob.
Hello, mate.
So that's the world of catfishing. Everything's big, and he just cast out a squid. Ugh. So yeah, and we've actually caught a roach, our first roach, so we can put a bit of live bait later. But no, everything's gone. Nothing's feeding at the moment. No catfish, no bream, no carp. Only good thing about that is that the bream aren't feeding, but typical, if the bream aren't feeding, the carp aren't feeding. But there we go. We'll keep at it. We'll plod on, and hopefully it will change. As said before, it can change in a second. So I'll speak to you later, guys. was just sitting here wondering about bait, additives, glugs, flavours, etc. Because I put glugs in my bag. I put it at the bottom next to the boilie, and I know that the glug, when it's on the bottom of the lake, is going to be where I want it to be, next to the boilie, attracting the fish to the bait. But if I've got a bottle of glug and I put it on my boilie before I cast it out, while I'm getting ready to cast out, a lot of it's dripping off. Then I cast it out. I don't know how fast a lead in the bait travels out, depends on how far you're casting, but I'm not sure there's much glug on there, left on there when it hits the water. And then it hits the water. And then it travels down through the water at quite a bit of pace with some resistance. So I actually wonder how much of the glug is actually left on your hook bait by the time it's sitting on the bottom. Are we being fooled? Should we think about these things? Is glug any good? Does it actually stay on the hook bait? Because I don't think so. Perhaps they're trying to fool the angler and not the fish. Just a thought. Wow, this is a struggle. 3 o'clock. Wind's picked up a bit. It's now overcast. So the weather's looking better. Fishing's not looking better though. Nothing. I see one fish, one carp, top out. By the second island, but it's not my water. I'm only up to the first island. So now I've got 2 by the islands. I'd say half a rod length off on both rods, and I've put one just down the margin to my left because the guys to my left, there's 2 swims around the corner to my left. They're moved, so there's no lines there. So I'm thinking the fish might get in there, hopefully, and hopefully the swims are going to stay empty for the duration. But yeah, I put one down the margin to my left. All the bags again. Just sitting behind a feeder rod as well, trying to catch some live bait for my mate Rob over there for a catfish, but I can't even catch anything on a couple of maggots. It's a struggle today, it really is. It really is. Like I said earlier, it's what a difference a day makes. Maybe that when we first got here yesterday, because there was no rods in the water, this bit, the fish were here. I've literally put a bag out, my first 3 casts, and then I picked one up because they were here. And we didn't. And Rob's the only one that's been leading around and spomming. There wasn't much disturbance yesterday. It just shows that. Just by being here and having lines in the water and casting your rods in and out, it disturbs the fish. So, but like I said, we are quiet anglers. We don't make much disturbance at all, and the fish just aren't here. They're not up this end. So by the looks of it, we can see most of the lake. There's no opportunity to move down the far end anyway. It's very busy here because Willows has been closed. It was going to be closed from 5 o'clock, so people are not going to go on there today and tomorrow because Willows is closed all day tomorrow as well. So yeah, we expected the farm lake to be busy, and it is. But didn't expect it to be this difficult, to be honest. But we'll plod along. That's all we can do, and try and because these guys have moved now to the left, they've gone. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, they'll get in that corner, and I can use that to my advantage. I'm going to put a rod on the left of the island, right in the corner where the guys were fishing yesterday. I'm going to put one on there later tonight. See if we can get something out there. Takeaway night tonight. We're not sure what we're going to have yet, but I'm looking forward to that. It's nice to have a takeaway every now and then. Yeah, and I'll update you later. Okay, cheerio. Sunday morning. It's just gone 6:30. Very mild night. It's still 17 degrees now. So compared to previous night, it's a lot warmer. The wind's still piling down the other end, and there's still no fish in the area. So once again, another very, very quiet night. Rob's not had nothing either. I didn't have a good sleep either. I look very tired. Didn't have a good sleep at all. We had a big full moon again last night. Perhaps that's why. But yeah, it's void of fish at this end. Not sure if anything's coming out elsewhere. What Bailiff mentioned was that one cat that came out, the 70-pound cat. But that was about 24 hours ago, I think. Guy turned up after hours, about just before 9 last night in the dark. Decided to jump in next to me to the left, so then I had to redo my left rod last night, which was a pain. But we can't move. The lake's full. So we're literally sitting it out here. We're supposed to be here till tomorrow, mid-morning. I know you've got to be in it to win it, but I'm actually thinking of calling it a day today, to be honest, because the wind's not going to change. The wind's piling down the other end. I saw one fish top, but it's not in my water. It was too far out. And that was yesterday mid-morning. I haven't seen or heard anything since it was quiet last night. I was up most of the night, didn't get much sleep, and I didn't hear anything at all. So there might be some moving off because it's Sunday, but I guess that probably won't be till later. Whether we move for last night, I don't know. Rob does have a lot of gear. He's a cat fisherman. He has a lot of big gear, so it's something we'll have to think about later. He's had nothing either. He's even got one. I think he's got one sort of on a pellet. So it could be either picked up by carp or cat. And he's had nothing either. So yeah, it's a struggle. But that's fishing, isn't it? I was very lucky the first day to get the first one, to be honest. First 15 minutes there were fish here. They may have moved out because of the disturbance, but like I said, we hadn't made that much disturbance. We're quiet anglers.
I'm bag fishing, so I'm not spomming and leading, and it's pretty uniform out there anyway. It's about 10 foot. There's no weed. So basically, where you're casting, you're fishing, and I've got 2 by the island, 1 out in open water, and they're not here. I'm not even getting breamed. So for some reason, the bream have moved out, which I've never known before. So yeah, it's a struggle. It's been a struggle the last couple of days. So if there is anything more to update you with later, I will do. But yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a short video, I think, because not much happening. I'll speak to you later. 11:30 Sunday morning, October the 1st. Still struggling. Wind's still piling down to the far end. Still can't see anything. Nothing showing. There's nothing up this end at all. Void of fish. We've discussed whether we're going to stay. We're due to go home tomorrow mid-morning. We think we could go home. Is it worth staying? As I said, there's still no swims to move into. There may be later on this evening. We don't know. But we won't catch the fish at home. Like I said, you've got the 2 lakes here. You've got the farm and Willows, and actually 3 lakes, and you've got the Match Lake. But they closed Willows last night and today at quite short notice. That's why the farm lakes, but it's usually busy anyway, but that's why it's full today. And we can't move. Yeah, the fish were here the first day, and they've gone, and they haven't come back. So yeah, basically I can't really show you much fishing action because it's not happening. It's a struggle. So as I said, we'll stick it out. All it takes is one day. As you know, one day, maybe this evening, later on today, is Sunday, people start leaving. The lines in the water are less. There's less pressure, and the fish start coming on again. It's happened to me before when the weekend rush disperses, then the fish start acting normal and they start feeding again. So fingers crossed that's going to happen. That's what we're thinking. That's why we're going to stay. That could happen. So yeah, that's it basically. As I said, I can't show you fishing action because it's not happening. I've just got 1 rod in the water at the moment, and that's to the island. I've left some rods out. Hopefully, less lines in the water. The fish may come back in the area. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully I'll update you next with a fish on the bank, because it seems like it's been a long time since the last one, and it has. It was the first 15 minutes we were here on this trip, and nothing since. Robson had nothing, no catfish either. So yeah, it's a struggle, but we'll struggle on, and hopefully we'll get something. Speak to you soon. Okay. Oh, I've got to get my breath back. As you can see,
we decided to make the move. We are now down the bottom end of the lake. We were at the top. If you look right at the top, you can still see my mate Rob still packing some gear up, but I've got most of it down here now. A move had to happen. It had to happen. There's nothing up there. There's nothing at all. It's dead. These swims come free, and there's no lines down this end at all. Nothing. And also seen some fish down here, which is a good sign. So we're only going to be in here for less than 24 hours. So I've got to leave about 12 tomorrow. So it's going to be about 20 hours. But it's better sitting here for 20 hours and feeling a bit confident and maybe getting one than sitting behind static rods and camping up the end. And as I always say, effort equals rewards. Okay, that's all the gear down. What you see by my red face. 3 trips. I only really needed 1 trip, but I was helping Rob out. I'm just walking around. There's a lad opposite. I was speaking to him earlier, and just going around doing a decent thing, seeing where he's casting out to, where he's putting his rods. I don't want to encroach in his water, etc. It'd be nice if more people done that. So yeah, as I said, he's just setting up, so I don't want to start chucking bags in his water and disturbing him. So I'm just gonna have a quick chat, and then get them rods out. They're actually already set up. Their bags are ready to go. Where I was resting the swim earlier, the other swim. So I feel like I've made the right decision. And there we go. This all there. That's what we got there. So yeah, hopefully I'm pretty confident now that I'll next update will be with a fish. See you in a bit. Okay, right. The rods are out now. I had 2 out, and then I got taken out by bloody swans. They're so stupid here as well. They're more stupid than any other lake I've been on. They just swim straight through your lines. Anyway, I've redone those 2 rods and got another rod out. We're now at the bottom end of the lake, and the wind's piling down here, and it has been for the last couple of days. I've seen fish showing as well, so the confidence levels are up now. We got 15 hours left, something like that, but it's 15 hours in the right place, I think. Sitting behind an empty swim up there, sitting behind motionless rods, I couldn't do it for another night. So we made the effort. We're down here. 3 bags out. I've got a lot of water here as well. I've got an out of bounds bank as well. So what I want to do, the bags again every few hours, just keep dotting them about and try and pick the fish up. Yeah, so as I said, confidence levels high now. I've got a feeling we're going to get rewarded for the effort we put in. So let's sit back and wait for those alarms to scream off. Fingers crossed. 6:30. Do you know what time that is? That's curry time. So tonight we got a let me just grab it. We got a Sainsbury's chicken madras, meal for one. I just taste a little bit as I'm cooking it. Very spicy, very fragrant. Tastes quite nice. And beer on the bank, non-alcoholic beer on the bank. Tonight is Bavaria, 0% from Holland. It's pretty crap, to be honest. It's full of glucose syrup and flavours and water, so not really a real beer. More like a cheap shandy. So I won't be getting that again. Anyway, I'm going to eat my curry, and I'll let you know how it is once I've finished. See you in a bit. That's better. Got a stomach full of curry now. I'm happy. And it wasn't too bad. So that chicken madras, Sainsbury's chicken madras, not too bad. Quite spicy, fragrant, a little bit fruity.
Overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Not the best, and also had those garlic and coriander naans with it as well. That they were nice. But yeah, they were nice. Yeah, so it's getting on now. 7 o'clock. The sun's just going down over the back there. Won't be long now till it's dark. I'll quickly redo my rods before it does get dark. But about 3/4 of an hour ago, I had a bit of a strange occurrence. The bobbin on my right hand rod pulled up and took a little bit of clutch. And the end of the rod was just pulling around a little bit, so I struck into it. I felt something on there for about 10 seconds, something like that, and then it come off. But it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like when you usually hook a carp. It wasn't something was wrong. I did notice the guy opposite about 10 minutes beforehand. He had a run. I was watching him play it, and whatever he had come off as well. So whether there's a trailer in there, there's a fish trailing some line, and it's gone through his line and then my line. I'm thinking that's the case because not to be big-headed, but I don't usually lose fish. I just sharpened that hook as well on that rig before I put it out there. So I'm guessing there's a trailer out there, and I hope it doesn't cause too much problem for the rest of the night. So yeah, there's still fish there. I still see a few fish. I am confident, but time is running out. We'll get a few new bags out now, and see if we can get something tonight, and or at least in the morning. Probably going to be leaving here about 12 o'clock, something like midday. Unfortunately, I've got dentist tomorrow. But it still gives us a bit of time to get something else on the bank for you, because that one at the beginning doesn't make a very good fishing video, just the one. Anyway, guys, I'll probably do a little update before I hit the sack, before I go to bed, which will be early, I think, tonight, because I didn't sleep well last night. I think those last two crazy full moons we've had was affecting me. So yeah, as I said, I'll update you just before I go to bed. See you, mate. Okay, 10:30. Just about to get in the bag now. I just had a bream, about 5 or 6 pounds. Nice bream, but it's not what we're after. And I've had another strange occurrence on the right-hand rod again. It was sort of like a bream bite. Again, very tentative. A little bit of clutch. Took a little bit of clutch. But I was reeling something in, and it didn't feel right. It felt like a bream, but if it was a bream, it was a very, very heavy bream. I kept reeling it in, and maybe 2 rod lengths out from the bank, it come off. So I think it's the trailer again. I think there's a fish trailing line out there. And that's twice now it's picked me up, so hopefully if it happens again I can get in, otherwise that's going to give me bother for the rest of the night, I think. Wind's died down now. It's very mild again for 1st of October, very mild, and we got a great big moon again, big orange. I think they call it a harvest moon. So you know what they say about the big full moons and commons, so it would be nice, wouldn't it? A nice big common. Anyway, I'm about to hit the sack now, and let's hope we get something during the night, because it's about time I think we deserve something. It's about time we got something on the bank carp wise, so Let's pray to the carp gods that we get something tonight, or first thing in the morning. Anyway, I'm going to hit the sack, so good night to you all. 3 o'clock in the morning. Just had a fish. Only a mid double, common. That was the one. There's some pipes the bailiff told me about over to my left hand margin there, the outer bounds. Told me to try and fish over towards them pipes, which I've done, and that's where I just had that from. Fortunately, it just wiped out my middle rod as well, but these things happen. Anyway, that rod's back out over there, and while I was setting up my middle rod, doing the bag for my middle rod, a fish just crashed in the swim, so that's just gone exactly where that fish crashed, and they're boshing out everywhere now. So I reckon, I'm hoping that we're going to have a few more this morning before we go home. But yeah, they're really active at the moment. So yeah, let's hope we can get a slightly bigger one on the bank. See you in a bit. Okay, 4 o'clock now. Just had another one, just put another one back. Mirror, about the same sort of size. Nice looking fish from the same spot. The pipes over there, they're an inflow pipe that comes from willows. This is what the bailiff told me about. So that's the second from that spot. I've taken some stills and I put them up now. But yeah, two fish. This fish still showing out in front of me. So looks like we could have a busy morning. Anyway, let's hope we get something a little bit bigger, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Morning. It's about 7:45, Monday morning. Very grey, overcast skies today. Wind still piling down this end. Just the two last night. I thought I'd have more, to be honest. There was a lot more. There was a lot of movement out there. And there still is, actually. There's still a lot of fish showing. Completely different from the 48 hours we were stuck up the other end and weren't seeing anything. So we've had two fish. Okay, they weren't the biggest in the world, but it was worth the move. We've had fish. Both come from the area, out of bounds area there, where the pipes, the inlet pipes are. All my fish also have come on the Secret 7, DNA Secret 7, the dumbbell, the cork wafters. And they're a dark bait, they're a brown bait. I seem to, lately I've had all my fish on those hook baits. When we were up the other end, I know there was no fish yesterday in that area, but also down this end I tried fluoros. I've had nothing on fluoros for a while, actually. All my fish have been on those brown dark dumbbell wafters. So all three rods on those now, redone and back out. As I said, they're still showing fish, so I'm still confident of more to come. We've got a few more hours. Going to be leaving about 12, 1 o'clock, something like that. So I've got a few more hours to try and catch that biggie, and hopefully for my mate Rob to catch a catfish. We can see one of those on the film. That'd be great. Okay, I'll update you in a while anyway. Probably a mid-morning, something like that. Okay, cheers. Right guys, 10 to, no, just gone 10. Only got 3 hours left now. To the latest I go home is going to be 1 o'clock. Just to show you on the, have a look on the, just by that bush there, over by the margin. That's all out of bounds there. So I'm fishing to that. That's where the inflow pipe is from the lake next door, Willow's Lake next door. That's where the bailiff told me. And I had them 2 fish last night. He said there's another deep hole just out here, about 10 wraps, which we've got our middle rod, and then if I pan round, we've got one out there. I'd say probably closer to 15 wraps. Yeah, I was expecting something else this morning, so I didn't. I thought we'd have one, yeah. So I'm a little bit upset that we haven't had one yet this morning. But after those 2 last night, the wind's died down now. Sun's trying to come out. So yeah, let's try and get one before we leave. 3 hours to go. Hopefully we can get one of the bigger carp in here. That'd be great. Okay, so the last update will be, unless I catch one, will be just as we're going home. Okay, speak to you later. 10:30 Monday morning. Nothing else, which is surprising because there were fish showing here. They're not now. The guy had opposite had a nice one earlier. That was about an hour ago. Rob's had nothing, and the wind's dropped. The wind that was piling down this end is no longer piling down this end, and I think it's actually changed direction by looking at it, because it's still there's a little bit of chop on the water up the end, and I'm starting to see fish show up the other end now. That's the way it goes, because there's now pressure down this end, the fish are moving back up that end. We've got 3 hours, about 3 hours to go. Just less than 3 hours to go, so you never know, we might be able to pick one up before we leave. So if we don't, probably the last update will be the final one. And I'll go through the trip with you and my thoughts. So I'll speak with you in a bit. Right, 12 o'clock now, all packed down. Just the rods to go. So, let's sum up the session. So, we ended up at the top end of the lake when we first got here. Lots of fish there. So that was peg one, it's a double swim. Plonked in there, a lot of fish there, so we decided to go in there Friday morning. Had the one within 15 minutes. And then the fish moved out. The wind changed direction, started coming down to this end of the lake, and it stayed that way for the next 3 days. So it was void of fish up there. We were just camping. Even the bream, I then had, after that carp, I think about 5 or 6 bream, and even the bream disappeared. So a move was on the cards, and because Willow's next door was closed for the weekend, this farm lake was busy, nowhere to move to. Yesterday, Sunday morning, this end came free, so it was a no-brainer. It was hard work, but we had to do it. So we moved down there yesterday afternoon. Wind was piling down. There was fish down there. Had 2 last night over where the pipe comes in, and a bream as well. Last night I had a bream, about 5 or 6 pounds, something like that. Rob didn't manage nothing, unfortunately. No cats either. It's quite late in the year for the cats, so but they have been coming out. But overall, yeah, it's been a
a good session. It's been enjoyable. Good catch up with an old friend. We very rarely get out together, so it's good to have a social together. And I've had 3 fish. I can't complain. It's been a bit of a grueler. You know, that first 48 hours was tough going, but we managed to move and we managed some fish in the end. Not the biggest in here, but it's still fish. The weather's been very mild. It still is mild today. It's about 20 degrees. I think it was the Friday night. It went down to about 7. That was the coldest it went to, but the rest of the time it's been between 15 and 20 degrees. So the weather's been good. Anyway, yeah. And it was a backup. We were supposed to go to St John's. There was no way we were getting on St John's. Not with Brasenose 1 and 2, and Hardwick Smith's closed. So this was the backup venue. As I said, I've had a good time. Next time I'm out, I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm trying to get one in before Christmas. Whether it's Sandhurst, I know that's if I can get on that does good winter form, or I'd like to get up to Linear. I haven't been up to Linear yet this year, so that would be good. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and press the like button down below, and I'll see you on my next trip. Take care.